Hey everyone, just a disclaimer before you watch the video that this list was recorded before the April ban list came out for 2019, so it doesn't really conflict too much with the deck, except we now have two Super Polys, but not when I recorded this, so just keep that in mind, and I hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, my name is Austin, and today I will be showing you my Zombie Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile for April 2019. Let's get right into this. I've been a fan of zombies for a bit, and I always thought the idea of zombie cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was cool. The whole, like, them revolving around the graveyard, reviving themselves. All of that is really cool to me. I was really excited when the structure deck came out. The whole, with him, this guy, Baldrock, with other new support, and it revolving around Zombie World. A card I actually really liked for a while. It was one of my favorite field spells. So I'm glad this support came out helping the whole Zombie World deck strategy. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the deck. I think I just voice cracked right there. Sorry about that if I did. But yeah, getting into the monsters, we have two Doom King Baldrock. You know, this guy, we all know him by this point. Comes back every standby phase in defense mode. When he comes back, you get a draw off of Vampire Sucker. You know, best guy. He's a boss monster. You negate and banish cards. You know, you gotta run him. So yeah, we all know his name. And then to get him out easily, we have the Glow Up Bloom. You can get a lot of value out of this card by discarding it off of Unizombie, sending it off of either Unizombie or Gozuki, linking off with it into Link Karibo or what have you. And then if Zombie World's on the field, which a lot of most of the time we want to have Zombie World on the field, if not all the time. So that's what's going to be happening. So you can just banish him to special summon a Doom King or a level 5 or higher zombie from your deck. Doesn't have to be specifically Doom King Baldrock. But in this deck, that's pretty much your only target. So yeah, you gotta run him. Gotta get him out easy. Then our other I think our second to last two of in the zombie category, we have two Necro World Banshee. She serves as a terraforming to get out the zombie world. Just banish her from either your field or graveyard as a quick effect, by the way, to activate Zombie World from your deck. So it dodges Ash by just activating it from the deck. Although she is not still on the field, it is still susceptible to spell and trap removal, like Twin Twisters and Phoenix and all that. She's still pretty cool. Or, ghoul. Cool. But yeah, going on to the first three of? Yeah, I think it's the first three of Shiranui Solitaire. This guy, you gotta run him at 3, you gotta get to that Uni-Zombie. Just hope he doesn't get ashed, because that really sucks. But he's still really cool. You send him away, you get yourself a zombie, and then a zombie tuner with 0 defense, so mostly just getting Uni-Zombie. And then you can go on with your plays. Well, I guess sometimes if in a situation where you used up all your Uni-Zombies, but still have a Bloom and a Baldrock in your deck. I think Bloom has 0 defense, right? Yeah, he does. You can banish him, or no, tribute him, special summon Bloom, link with the Bloom into Link Karibo, then get your Baldrock. That's not really going to come up too much. In my time playing this deck, it never really has, but you can do it. Yeah, going on to the next card, we got 3 Uni-Zombies. Really helps the deck. Good starter card. Discard, like, fix your hand a bit. Discard, get value out of those discard cards, and then you can send cards from your deck to the grave. So he's a walking Foolish Burial, and both of those actions increase his levels, so he's good. Flexible, level-changing tuner for synchro plays. Then, going on to the, I think it's the last two of for the zombies. We got Gozuki, another Foolish Burial on legs, but he's a non-tuner. And when he hits the graveyard, he can banish a zombie from your graveyard to special summon another zombie from your hand, which is pretty useful if you draw your dead Baldrocks or Glow Blooms or what have you, or if it's just another combo starter that you need to get out of your hand. It's pretty much him acting as an extender in that place, or in that case, to get out another zombie for like Link or Synchro, or even Xyz plays. So yeah, he's Really good. Sorry for the yawning, by the way. Pretty tired. And then we have our target for those two cards. 3 Mizukis. Gotta have your monster reborn, right? Gotta get all the zombie monsters. Gotta keep extending. Yeah, he is really good. And, yeah, he's most of the time what you're Foolish Burialing. Either this or a Glow of Bloom. Or a Banshee to get the field spell, like if you didn't open with it. Then we got our one-ofs. We got Shiranui Spirit Master. I play Swallow Slash in the deck, so this is what you're banishing with that card. So you can pop 2 cards and then you banish this, and I think this pops a monster? Oh, it's just a face-up card. This is really good. And then we got our Retro Spice with a Plague Spreader Zombie and Goblin Zombie. These are 2, like, Retro Spice along with Zombie Master. I still think Zombie Master is pretty good. Help you fix your hand and revive a zombie. I still think it's pretty decent at 1, but Goblin Zombie and Plague Spreader are kind of the oddball cards. Goblin Zombie can help, like, now that you're linking with him, and even, like, you can still, like, dump him, revive him, and synchro with him, get a free search. Still pretty decent IMO, but yeah, he's not as decent anymore as he was a long time ago, but I still decided to play him along with the rest of the Retro Spice trio. And then for our last one-of in the monsters, we have Dark Arm Dragon. You can control your darks pretty well in this deck. A lot of them, like, you're banishing for, like, maybe Gozuki's effect, or banishing maybe Glow Bloom or Banshee or whoever. So usually you're not going to have more than 3 darks in your grave, so you can just drop him. And he can cause a ruckus when he comes on board, pops some cards. Always good. Want to clear some... Always good to pop cards, even though he has been quite a bit power prepped since his inception. And oh hey, it just started downpouring. Thank you, nature. I appreciate that. Yeah, that is downpour. But yeah, that aside, we go on to the spells. We have 3 Zombie World. It's pretty much the heart and soul of the deck. It's how most of your effects work. And that's how Baladrock keeps reviving himself. It turns everything to zombies so his effect can actually work. So yeah, gotta run 3 of it. No exceptions to that rule. And then we got 3 Burial from a different dimension. It's always good to, like, reuse your Banshees or your Mizukis, so you can get either a search for the field spell. If your field spell got Twin Twister or something, you can always search for it again. It's kind of like an extra terraforming in that kind of sense. Or you can just put back your Mizukis or your 1 Plague Spreader Zombie and you know, get more uses out of them, so you can get free Monster Reborns, or you can get your Plague Spreader back. This is still a pretty good card. And then we got more Reborn cards. We got Book of Life. Not only is it a Reborn card, but it can also screw with your opponent's graveyard. Full charge being banned. We gotta run different types of cards to take its place. So, Book of Life is pretty good. You can knock out, like, a Sky Striker Ace Ray, for example, out of the grave. It's really good. Or if, like, you're playing against Pendulums, you can knock their Dark Worm out. Really good utility. And also it's a Reborn, so gotta love it. Then we play 2 Called by the Grave because Ash on either Unizombie or Gozuki or Solitaire suck. They're pretty huge Ash Blossom targets or Veiler targets or what have you, so being able to negate that stuff is really good. Gotta play it. Or you don't gotta, but I choose to play it. Then we got our one-ofs. We got Monster Reborn, self-explanatory. Reasoning. Even if your opponent calls it correct, you're still probably milling a Unizombie or a Banshee, so you can just get use out of them. Still really good to have them in the graveyard. And if they don't call it wrong, you get a free special summon. So, really good. And then you got Call the Mummy. It's another free special summon. It can also kind of unclog your hand if you draw your Baladrock or what have you. Or if you just, like, want to get a free special summon out on board to get a free body. This comes in handy. We got Twin Twister, Super Poly, and Foolish Burial. Twin Twister, you know, you can discard, get value out of your discard, and pop some back row. Super Polymerization, really good. Fuse with monsters from either side of the field. Your opponent cannot stop it, and then you can also discard some other, discard another card, or any other card to fuel this. And then you got Foolish Burial, which does pretty much what Gozuki and Unizombie do, except it's in a spell card, so it's really, really good. Then on to the few trap cards we play, we have Shiranui style Swallows Slash. This, you know, it's your Icarus attack, you tribute a zombie, pop 2 cards, and then banish a monster, or a Shiranui monster from your deck. So your Shiranui, what's his face? I can't remember. You can get essentially 3 pops. You can pop 2 cards, and then you can pop a face-up card with Spirit Master. Really good. And then the final card we play in the main deck, we have Rivalry of Warlords. I've been seeing lists playing this only at 1, so I'm assuming 1 is the correct ratio. But yeah, you can have this with Zombie World, and it's like a little lock where their monsters become zombie, and if they aren't playing a zombie deck, then most likely the monsters in their hand aren't going to be zombies, so they can't even go into extra deck plays unless the extra deck monster is zombie. So it's like this with Zombie World is a little lock that you got going for you. It's really powerful. But yeah, that was it for the main deck. Going on to the extra deck, we have probably the best link monster in the deck, Vampire Sucker. You link into her with Balodrock and whatever zombie pass and standby phase. You revive your Balodrock and get a draw from her effect. Really good. Really helps the deck. And I didn't have her until just this last week when my buddy Jimmy from Locals traded it to me. Shout out to you, Jimmy. But yeah, play this with Lamphorhynchus. I would play another Vampire Sucker, but I don't have one. This is my only one. So I gotta improvise. So you gotta play, or I gotta play him rather. So yeah, these are just the zone opening Link 2s. We go on to the kind of utility-ish Link 2s. We got Phoenix to pop a back row, self-explanatory, and we have Link Haribo to link off with your dead blooms, so you can get out your Balodrock if you are to draw your bloom. So yeah, that was it for the Link monsters. We go on to the 1xyz monster, Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn. She's still pretty good in this deck. I like to play her. You really don't have to play her, but this is kind of like my spicy tech for the extra deck. Getting those mills off is really important, and she becomes a zombie on field, so if you still don't want to keep her, you can link into Sucker. Yeah, her materials would go to the graveyard too, so you get her plus some materials in the grave. And yeah, she's still really cool. You can get value out of your mills in this deck. And then going on to the rest of the extra deck, which is mostly synchros. Apart from one fusion, we have Beals of the Diabolic Dragons. So this guy, he is a pretty beefy boy that cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. But the downside to him nowadays is a lot more outs that aren't, like, there's more non-targeting, non-destructive removal for this guy and other type of monsters like him, so he isn't as unkillable as he was back when he was first released, but he's still a very iconic monster for zombies, so I still wanted to play him. And another iconic monster for zombies, we have Psyframe Lord Omega. This guy being really good. I remember back when he was at 3, you could make loop multiple cards out of your opponent's hand and put back your Mizukis and stuff of that sort with him. So he was pretty much like a walking Burial from a different dimension that ripped cards out of your opponent's hand. Really good. Moving on to the last 2 8s, we have Stardust and Clearwing Synchro Dragon. I play Stardust pretty much because, I have a Boral Savage, but I was thinking or whether or not I should play it, but I don't like, the only Link monsters that are really going to the grave and that we really play are like Link 2 and lower, so I don't know how much value that would really be getting, but I never really had any other better level 8 synchros, so I'm playing Stardust. Also, I think this new alternate art looks cool. It's from Dual Power. I really like it. Moving on to the level 7 and below synchros, we have 2 Zombie Necro. It's a big guy you can make Crystal Wing with and then revive him. And he gets really big when Zombie World's on the field because it counts zombies on the field and in both players' graveyards. With Zombie World, he can get pretty big. And Black Rose Dragon is your negation, or not your negation, but Black Rose nukes the field. Enough said. I probably am going to play Dragster in this deck. I don't know why I haven't really considered that before, but yeah, I might put him in sooner or later. Yeah, that's it for the 7s. On to our 6 and actually our level 10. Yes, I do play a level 10 in this deck. We got Coral Dragon. Pretty much, I wanted to play Brionac just for more of the old school spice, but I don't have a Brionac on me at the moment, so this is what I put in instead. This card's still pretty decent. You can discard a card, target one card your opponent controls, and destroy it. And if this Synchro Summon card were to get sent from field to grave, you can draw a card, so if you Synchro off of it, and then you like level 4 to make the next monster, then you get a draw. So that's still really good to keep up with card advantage. And then our next monster is Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree. This guy is really good. He's just a big beater that can't be targeted except in the main phase too. So he's a lot more cards target than a few years ago. So good to have, good to be a big body that can't be targeted. You don't go into him much, but it's always good to have that option. And then for our final card in the extra deck, we have Drago Necro Nether Soul Dragon. This guy, really good. With he's your super poly target. With Zombie World on the field, you can fuse off of your opponent's monsters since they'll be zombie monsters. You get this guy, you can get a token, you can just beat down your opponent. Swinging directly, they're really good. Well, this guy's really good. So yeah, I'm playing him. But yeah, that was my zombie deck profile. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Check my links in the description for my Discord, Twitch, Twitter, all that beautiful stuff. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace.